Let's see. Okay. Hey, Najee, thanks for joining me here today. How are you feeling?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Can't complain. It's a cloudy day, but it's all right nonetheless.
Yeah, I feel that over here. Southern California, we have a very high wind, like emergency going on right now, like gusts up to 65 miles per hour. It's pretty crazy.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, but to get back into this, I am super excited to coach you and guide you through whatever's going on in your life. So I would like to kick off our coaching journey by first establishing and focusing on a strong coaching agreement. I believe this is an essential step that will guide our coaching relationship. This agreement is practically the cornerstone of our coaching partnership, ensuring we align our expectations and our goals. But before we get started, I do want to ask you for your permission to record this session.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's fine.
And is there anything specific you'd like to address or any questions you have about the coaching process?
Hmm, Not really. I think I kind of understand it. Is it like coaching like a football team or something like that?
Yeah, so let me dive a little bit deeper into it. So, at its core, I believe that coaching is a partnership built on trust, confidentiality, and mutual respect. So, in coaching, we work together as partners. Everything in our everything discussed in our session will remain confident, unless there is a situation where I'm ethically obligated to disclose informations. How do you feel about this commitment of confidentiality and trust?
It's fine with me. There's nothing going on where you have to get anybody involved. So at the
Okay.
moment, I think it's pretty solid.
Okay. And yeah, I just again want to remind you as well that I am not a therapist, meaning I cannot diagnose or treat any mental health conditions. And if you are experiencing any depression, anxiety, or other mental health issues, I advise that you should seek treatment from a mental health professional. But yeah, besides all of that boring stuff, again, I am super excited to work with you and explore some aspects of your goals and challenges. So, to start off, is there anything that is weighing on you heavy right now or something that might keep you from being completely present today?
Mm, not really. I don't think I have any just like outright emergencies. I came here semi-clear, you know, and so I think I'm pretty okay for the most part in terms of anything outside of the session or whatever.
Okay. Well, if there is anything that comes up or anything you remember and just want to talk about it, I am here for you and fully ready to talk about whatever. Um, so moving on, could you possibly maybe briefly share what your goals are, if you have any, for these next couple sessions that we have together?
Well, I would say for the next couple of sessions, my intention is that I would be able to not just lay out some goals, but have execution, some type of execution or implementation for them. Maybe some practical steps to achieve them. Uh, and I would say maybe at the ending of our, I think you called it a coaching agreement. I would really like the skills to do maybe some of the things I'm trying to accomplish, as well as, maybe some homework or accountability, some homework to keep me accountable. Uh, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Some skills, homework, and see how I can take what we talk about to the outside world.
Yeah, those are amazing goals. And I hope that we are able to tackle all those together. And I will definitely try my best to help you through all of that. So moving on to maybe a more specific topic, can you tell me possibly about what you'd like to maybe focus on today?
Um, I think the thing I want to immediately focus on, excuse me, would be, I would say, it's kind of I'm trying to get back into um working out. So, long story short, used to power lift when I was maybe too young to power lift. So, what, 14? Yeah, 14, and I I enjoyed it. It was fun. Used to work out a ton, and then I would say maybe my motivation changed, and I applied that intensity and focus to like music, and I learned a bunch of instruments, and I got this new skill, and then I got a belly. I didn't have one of those before. And let's see, 14, 15, 16. And I remember this is kind of funny. It's funny now, it wasn't funny then, but the first time I ever heard the term from my girlfriend at the time, she said, I let myself go. I
Oh,
said, what does that mean? And so, yeah, I was like, oh, I let myself go. I don't know what that means. And so then I found out, and I said, oh, and then I think Facebook had just become popular, and I seen a picture of me. No, I seen a videos like when I used to like work out, and then somebody was just randomly recording me talking to somebody,
mhm.
and I was like, oh, where'd that come from? So now, all these years later, it's just been kind of like off and on, off and on, off and on. I'm
Mhm.
not really trying to impress the girls or anything like that. Um, like I was in high school. Okay, maybe now the ladies, maybe not. But I'm most of all trying to build some type of intrinsic motivation. So, you know, when I tell people how strong I am, they don't believe me until like we arm wrestle or shake their hand.
Mhm.
But I'm like, man, I really want to get back into um the gym,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm sure I'm just like the other Americans. I have gym membership, and I just moved, and there's a gym right next to my apartment. I'm like, oh, I can just go there, you know. So trying to figure that out as well. So yeah, that's those are some things that I would like to
Yeah.
cover for our coaching agreement and talk about today, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's well, I can see that you are a very enthusiastic person and you find a lot of things to be motivated by. And it seems like in the past you were motivated by lifting a lot, and that's awesome to hear. Um, Let me just run back to you what I pretty much heard and what we can maybe focus on for this session.
Mhm.
It seems like, or what I heard was that you want to find time to get back into this hobby that you used to be super passionate about, and maybe hold yourself more accountable to being more consistent about this hobby.
Yeah, that's a good summary. Way shorter than what I said, but great summary.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing all of that. And I'd like to begin by maybe exploring your current situation, like what a typical day for you might look like. and what are like your main tasks and challenges that might keep you away from going to the gym like once a day or 4 times a week or 2 times a week?
Yeah. So I used to at one point do 2 a days, and those were very tiring.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't know if I miss those, but I, you know, I used to get it all in. Um, my typical day, wake up, get ready for work. Um, I I know my focus has shifted. I used to look at working out as something fun. I was kind of a chore. So, I wake up, and when I wake up, get ready for work. Depends. Sometimes I wake up at 6,
Mhm.
30. Sometimes I wake up 7:25. I gotta be at work at 8:15. I'm blessed to now live 12 minutes from my job. I used to live 1 hour.
Oh man.
And I think that hour really just kind of ran me raggedy. But
Mhm.
yeah, get up, go to work. And I thought about, okay, well, you can just work out right after work. I'm like, I don't like the gym that's right by the school. It's a fitness connection, but hey, it's there. I
Mhm.
can just work out for a little bit, go home. It's not a bad idea. And then the other thing is, so I'll think about that. I pack my bag before, and I'm like, okay, something came up, bag still in my car. Now I'm like, well, I can just work out at fitness connection. So I'm in a convenient space where it's like I can walk to the gym when
Mhm.
I get home. It's a 24-hour fitness, or I can go to the gym right after work. The path of least resistance is go when I get home.
Mhm.
But I want to maybe adapt the mentality to go sooner. So yeah, go to work. Work is normally not tiring just because what I teach and how my schedule has kind of been mismanaged, I guess. Not on my end. So I teach for 3 hours. I stand 3 hours straight. It's okay. And then the rest of the time is ambiguous. So paint a picture, get ready for work. After I get ready for work, go to work,
Mhm.
and then I sit for some time, and I go teach at 11:30. No, I teach at 12, 11:30. 11:30. I teach from 11:30 to 2:30. Those next 2 hours are ambiguous. um, yeah, then I go home. And after I go home, I may play my game to de-stress.
Mhm.
Um, and the reason, though my job is easier, I'm glad because I'm in college. Uh, I'm in grad school.
Yeah,
Sometimes I have 8 assignments to do.
that's
And
stressful.
tell me about it. Um, and then, um, yep. And then my day is just kind of floating. So I may play my game anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. It maybe 15 minutes to an hour. I'll try to squeeze homework in there or complain about doing homework. So yeah, something like that.
Okay. So what do you think the biggest challenge for you is when it comes to getting the motivation to get back into the gym right after work?
Oh, right afterward, I sure don't want to go before work if I could just be honest. I know some people do that and get it out the way, but I need that energy. I don't have to drive far. But I think my biggest challenge is I go, I go home and I'm thinking about other things. And I feel like my why for going is not big enough, I guess. I mean, it should be. I want to live long and I want to live good. And so, I know that, but I'm just not thinking about it, I guess.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you got a lot going on. And teaching definitely isn't the easiest thing, especially when you're around kids all day and you're trying to stay high energy for them, give them everything. And on top of that, having grad school, 8 assignments, it's never easy. It's not going to be easy. It sounds like there's a bunch of reading that goes into it, very time consuming. But I heard you say, yeah, you want to live a long life, right? You want to be healthy. And I can definitely relate to you on that topic. I know for a while, I actually stopped going to the gym. And like, I love going to the gym, have a blast doing it. And I stopped going for a while and, thought like, oh, I'll get back into it like in a couple months or something. Like, I'm doing all this other stuff. Like, I don't need to worry about that right now. And it seemed like it not only made me a little bit more unhealthy, but a little bit more unstable mentally. And I had a really tough week, one week, really tough. And I was like, you know what? Like, I know I'm still doing this stuff, but I'm going to try to go to the gym maybe 3 times a week, just kind of get it back into my schedule a little bit. And I know for me, after I went the first day, I was like, oh man, like, why have I not been doing this? I got to let off steam. I got to blast my music in my ears, got to pump some iron, and it works wonders for me. And I know what works for me might not work for everyone. So I'm definitely not saying we're the same person, but yeah, I think it helped me tremendously when it came to my mental health, especially.
Hmm, okay, maybe I can consider that. I think that is a constant thought with school. I'm like, okay, I'm stressed, but if I go lift weights, I'll probably be less stressed. Still stressed. But I'm
Yeah.
like, if I work out, it does cut away at it, consequentially, if I just sacrifice that time. So maybe some of my idle time worrying about homework and getting it done can be spent maybe doing something like treadmill, you know, treadmill or long walks around wherever. Um, but I feel like taking those walks are the easy way out sometimes, but I know it is a way to get started. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's totally common to face those challenges. And like you said, you just got to start somewhere, right?
Hmm.
You just got to start somewhere. Every story has a beginning, right? Um, yeah, I think you can not only improve mental health by getting physical activity, but like you said, live a longer, happier life and maybe even reduce some stress for a little bit of time while you are working out. Um, but I want to now that we've talked about some challenges of, your day to day and what's going on and why it's been tough for you to get into the gym and be more what is it? Fluent with going.
Mhm.
Uh I want to now focus on maybe exploring some potential solutions to get you going into the gym, and or even maybe going for a walk if that's what is going to help you, or some strategies or techniques, anything like that. So have you tried any strategies or techniques in your past to maybe get you back into the gym?
Hmm. Techniques like what? Can you further elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I know you said your motivation hasn't really been there for um going to the gym. The word I was thinking of is consistency, right? Going to the gym consistently, going for walks consistently, making that a part of your daily routine or weekly routine, whatever that may look like for you. But yeah, like in the past, years past, months past, you told me that going to the gym was kind of off and on. Was there a point where you were kind of you hopped back in, went to the gym, and you found that motivation?
Mm, I think the last time I just went back and went all in, it was a while ago. And I remember, yeah, I think I had a breakup.
Mm,
Don't do it to you, do it for you.
that
I
was
remember
up to you.
running across campus every day. It was crazy running across campus. I was big. I looked like a balloon. And I started fasting, running, fasting, running, fasting, running. Before I know it, I was had a yellow shirt, kind of looked like a Teletubby a little bit. And uh, yeah, I said, wow. But my Facebook got deleted recently, so there's no proof of that ever happening. So, but yeah, I just remember I knew that I can wallow in my feelings and in my pain, or I can just go and work out, you know, and working out helped it because I was trying to find myself again.
Hmm.
And I think that's a little too dramatic because I'm like, dang, I could have just, did this before while.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I think that's the last time I really just said, what, and fasting was a regular part of my lifestyle too.
Hmm.
So yeah, I didn't gain weight until I joined band, and then we started having band camp, and yeah, it was hot. We had to dance and play, and
Hmm.
that way went back away, back away. So maybe college, yeah, college band the season where during the part of the season where we're not doing a lot of activity. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, I I totally feel you. Breakups are tough, man. They're very tough. And yeah, the gym, that'll get you, or any type of exercise during a breakup. It's definitely real. And again, I think it's you resort to exercise, or you look for exercise to blow off maybe some steam, get your mental state back on track if it's low. And that's definitely what's happening when you're going through a breakup. Mental state is low. So turning to the gym or going back to the gym, trying to get your mental state right, trying to find yourself through, pushing yourself, exercise can be huge, can be totally huge. Um, yeah. So would you say that uh the reason why you started going back to the gym or running or exercising was because maybe your mental state was suffering a little bit?
yeah, it was pretty bad. I felt like I had two options: wallow or workout. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'm not about to wallow, you know. And everybody saw me and was like, wow, you lost a lot of weight.
Can I ask you how you felt after doing all this exercise, going back into the gym, focusing on yourself, focusing on bettering yourself? Can I ask how that worked out for you?
Oh, it was good. It was good. I felt like I went from a beach ball, you know, I was gonna say to somebody off Baywatch, I don't know about that, but I just know I wasn't a yellow beach ball anymore, and it felt good. People, you know, all of the jokes went away, you know, and I took some before and after photos. It was great.
Mhm.
I getting some attention. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, yeah, it felt good. It really good.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome to hear that you were able to overcome all that. So now I want to maybe have us consider some alternative strategies other than, getting broken up with
Yeah.
to maybe incorporate exercise or the gym back into your daily uh work day. So, could you maybe share with me what like your ideal workday would look like if you incorporated some exercise or weightlifting or the gym?
I would get up early. I would not go to the gym early. So, because it's just not ideal. I'd
Okay.
eat breakfast. I'd eat a high protein breakfast. And then after I eat a high protein breakfast, I'll get ready to go to work. Maybe, listen to some prayer or some Bible scriptures. I think if I did plan the day before to go to the gym, I would be more likely to do it because I do like to plan, but I'm often in my head to the point to where it's like I don't plan that much. So
Hmm.
I think if the night before I'll say, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym Monday, everybody's on the bench press. So if I did any workout early, it would be on Monday because I don't have time to compete over the bench press, you know.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I would probably plan Sunday night to go Monday morning just because of that, you know. And maybe I go 10 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe I use the apartment gym just for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I would say if I planned it out that way, then the next thing I would do is I would then go to okay, go to work. Well, let's see, yeah, workout, do just some chest. Maybe do half of the reps I would do totally. All right, go to work, go to work. Kind of focus on things I need to get done, regardless to how laborious it may feel.
Yeah.
Okay, bam, I am going to the gym today. Why? I started thinking about it yesterday. So my mental capacity is built up to do it.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I will go to the gym. Then after I will go to, I'm sorry, work, finish work, go to the gym after work so that I don't have to stop whatever I'm doing at home, go to the gym.
Hmm.
Um, Straight there. I already know what I need to do. I don't want to be a superhero and try to over push myself because that's what I think I do. And I'm like, I'm not 14 anymore. Um, would be nice. Would be nice, but no. And so yeah, go to the gym, go home, play the game a little bit. At some point in my day, maybe attempt to do a homework assignment.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that would be, and then just, yeah, finish the day, plan for the next day
Yeah.
to go to the gym afternoon
S-
instead, or the evening, not the afternoon.
Yeah. That sounds like a solid plan. Being able to schedule the day before, um, maybe plan out what your day is going to look like, where you can incorporate working out in that day. I think that's a solid first step that you can take to achieve this goal. And I do remember you saying you wanted to be held accountable. So I would love to be that person to hold you accountable. And since I am, or I would classify myself probably as maybe a little bit of a gym rat, if you
Uh-huh.
did need help with um like what to work out or what day to do what or scheduling anything like that, I would love to share my workout plans with you or anything like that. And I would love to check up with you and see how that is going for you throughout the week. How does that sound to you?
It sounds ideal and like a practical and functional plan. So, yeah, if we could do that, I think it would be very helpful for our next coaching session because
Hmm.
I would have some more to bring into it. Excuse me, I would have more to bring into the coaching session based off of this information. So I think it would be good.
Hmm. So we are approaching the end of our coaching session. Um, I think that we laid out a pretty good strategy for how you can incorporate some more exercise into your day-to-day routine throughout the week. Um, I want to remind you, I know you said you like to be a superhero, or maybe not like to be, but you're going to push yourself
Mhm.
to be a superhero. Be gentle with yourself. Um, that is essential, and recognizing that change does take time. Uh, I am and will be available throughout the week by text, email, any of those. And I plan to text you tomorrow, see if you scheduled working out or exercise into your next day. And I can't wait to see what that's going to look like for you in these coming weeks. Um, and yeah, so I do think that this has been a pretty productive session. I want to thank you for your time and wish you the best of luck. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but I am excited to check in with you as the week goes on and excited to follow up in our next coaching meeting in about 2 weeks.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Okay, that was 33 minutes.
Okay.
Not too bad. You got any comments for me?
Of course. Yeah. I was gonna say, how did you feel during that session?
Um, I felt pretty good at points. It's definitely nice to talk with you, and I feel like it's easy to talk with you, and just like chat and um definitely when you brought up working out, I was stoked to hear about that because that's something I'm super passionate about.
Hmm.
I don't know if I maybe talked about my own like stuff too much, but
No, no. I mean, in my opinion, I think that um do I think we talked too much? No, I think it was inserted at a good time. The only thing I would have done differently is I would have asked, hey, is it okay if I share a story with you real quick?
mm, yeah,
I
yeah.
would have did something like that because with coaching, what it appears that I've learned is just kind of like it's really about easing into stuff
Hmm.
as opposed to just, you know,
Yeah.
because you could have been like, I'm a bodybuilder, you know, buy my program. I know you're already coaching, you know. So
Yeah.
I think just kind of like assuming, hey, I'm not really aware of, you know, okay, all I know, I know you play lacrosse,
Hmm.
you know, but I don't know your life before that. And so um I think that that's good to share and say, hey, well, hey, yeah, I was struggling with that too. Like identifying, trying to show what's the A word? Attunement, you
Attunement.
know, um, to just make sure, dang, I would use some feeling words like, dang,
Hmm.
uh, I, wow, you said this was that long ago? Man, wow, you must have been really strong. Just kind of pulling at the person's
Yeah.
heartstrings to get them to communicate a little more. Like, well, why do you think you really fell off? You know,
Hmm.
did something happen in your life? What did you see? Just things like that. So I would say that for the most part, it seemed to be pretty well. I just think that gotta loosen up a little bit,
Yeah.
you know,
Definitely.
loosen up and just talk.
Hmm.
You're the expert. I'm somebody trying to figure out stuff. So I'm like, well, you play lacrosse, but let me bring up working out. Okay, now I can evaluate what you said and see, okay, hmm, hey, Ben, this is an issue. What you got? Because
Yeah.
whenever our next coaching session is, I'm bring up what you did. I'm gonna say, oh, well, you told me you was gonna send me this workout and
Yeah.
I didn't really get it. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Maybe it was my spam, you know,
No,
but
I'm
just,
sending it.
yeah, look, it's practice. It's just practice
Yeah.
you know, for the real world. So I would treat it like, you gotta treat me like I'm your client.
Hmm.
You know, do I know how to lift weights? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, but something in my psychology is hindering me.
Hmm.
So that's kind of like the field to explore and get me to tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing by
Hmm.
asking me open-ended questions.
Yeah.
So
More
yeah,
open
man,
questions. I appreciate that.
no problem.
Okay. I'm gonna stop recording on my end.